Hi, this is Justin from the support team. Today I want to talk to you about the inFlow portable printer, specifically setting this up, installing it, connecting it, everything ready to go so they can print labels from the Mac. Before continuing, there are two things that I want to go through. The first thing is that the portable printer should be looking like this, meaning that the sample roll is already inserted, is already inside the lid, the cover is closed, it is being fed, and it's powered off right now. But if you haven't already done this because you didn't assemble the portable printer yet, there is another video you can check out our YouTube channel to view that. It's really easy to follow, or you can check out our support article, which we also need to look at it anyway to get the driver file. But in it, there are simple steps you can follow and also a link to the video that I was talking about. All right, let's go. So after assembling it, you would want to go to the Label portable printer label article, go to the Mac section, and then find the link to download the inFlow portable printer driver file. By clicking it, you'll see that it actually gives you a .zip file. So by clicking it, you'll actually see that it's giving you a .zip file. Double click it will unzip and give you the actual inFlow portable printer installer. If you double click, it should ask you for security measures. If you really want to open it, just click open. The first step you'll see is the license agreement, which you could click to read through. And when you're ready, you can just check off I accept and next. Next, you'll be reminded to connect the USB-C cable that it comes with to the computer and the printer. So on the left here, you'll see that there's a silicone cover. You can remove it and then rotate it slightly so that you can plug in the USB-C cable, just like that. And when it's connected, you'll see that there are two yellow-orange icons on the LCD saying that it's charging the battery level right now. But you'll notice that the installation screen hasn't moved on to the next step. That's because you actually haven't powered it on yet. So there are three buttons here. There's a feed button, there's a mode button, and there's a power button. If you press and hold the power button, you'll hear the beeping sound and a small animation will come on from the LCD screen. That's when you know that it's powered on. So if I press and hold, I heard the beeping, so I let go, and then it moved on to the next stage on the installer screens. Here you'll see a printer name which you can rename it to, and basically the two other methods you can set up the portable printer with. One is by wired via USB, or the other one is wireless via Wi-Fi, of course. So I'm going to install this portable printer twice just to demonstrate how it can be done for both methods. I'm going to name it something wildly distinguishable so that we don't mess it up as I demonstrate later on how to print it. So this one, I'm just going to call it wired, and I'm going to choose USB as the mode of connection. Immediately almost, if I click next, it should ask me to confirm by entering the Mac password, and it will complete. So if I click next, it asks me for the Mac password. I type it in, and you notice when I click OK, installation is complete, and it will already print out a test page. So you could print out another test page if you want. You can see that by default, it is at 0 millimeters in offset. And the paper size, again, is 72 millimeters and 25 millimeters. And because that's the sample size that we give out. If you guys print out using another size, feel free to let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Maybe I can bring it back to the team. Maybe we can give out other samples in other sizes. Or we can start selling them in other sizes if they are popular enough. But right now, I'm just going to finish this setup. You'll see in my Mac's printer that I already have a wired printer set up. It's called wired. I'm going to do this again through Wi-Fi. And you're going to notice that it's about the same process, but it takes a little longer because it has to do all those Wi-Fi configurations. So again, double clicking the installer file, I accept, next. And because I already have it connected to my USB, it brings me to the screen. This time I'm going to choose Wi-Fi. I'm going to call the printer wireless this time, and I'm just going to enter in the Wi-Fi information of where I am at. Now, something different is that if I click next, you notice that it takes a bit more time and needs to configure some Wi-Fi networks. It will print out a small label saying what the entered network name is, what the entered password is. It is an asterisk, so you won't see it. And then you'll see that it's still doing some loading and configurations before it can complete the installation. Sooner or later, it will ask you for the MAC password, and that's when you know that it's about to finish. So there you go. Asking for my MAC password again. Click OK. Installation complete. Again, it will show you that the offset is 0 millimeters. And then you'll notice another test came out. That happens by default. You could print out another one, but for now, I'm just going to leave it at that. So now you see I have 2 printers installed, even though it's the actual same printer, but installed using 2 methods. One is by wired and one's by wireless. If I check out my label now, I can start printing. But before that, we still need the inFlow print helper. That is the software you need to connect any printer, label printer, to inFlow, even for the inFlow portable printer itself. So if you already have a label, you could click printing and setup, and it will give you the 2 links, either download for Windows or download for Mac. If you click on manage labels as you're editing, you will also see setup printing from the top right. Here you can also find the links to download the inFlow print helper. So obviously, because this is a video for Mac, I'm going to download for Mac, save it. And here you go. It's a .dmg file, which I could double click. And in it, it will give you the app, inFlow print helper. You can drag it to applications if you want. I will drag it this time. Now, the first time you open the program, it will still ask you if you want to be really sure about opening it for security measures. Just click open when it does. There you go, asking me if I want to really open it. I click open and nothing seems to happen, but it's actually running. How do you know? You look at the top right, you'll see a new icon that has the inFlow logo. Click on it and you'll notice that it says disconnect, not connected right now. You could log in. You could open the inFlow print helper. You could uncheck launch at login, but it's checked by default, or you can quit. So right here, I'm going to click login. It will use your default web browser to log into inFlow. Just put in the information you need and log in. When it's successful, you'll see this check mark and logged in successfully. That's when you know that you can start printing. Again, because I am printing using the sample labels, I have a template here that is set up to be 75 millimeters in width and 25 millimeters in height. So you might want to use this and create a template using the same dimensions if you need to print using the sample rolls. Otherwise, you would put in the dimensions that matches the roll that you have. So for this demonstration purpose, I have a picture here. It prints in black and white, the product name that I have and the product code, barcode. If I go to my products right now, just click any of them and print labels. You'll recognize the template that I chose. It's called sample label, and there are 2 labels. There are 2. And if I click on printer, there are 2 printers right now. One is called wireless, one is called wired. Same as the ones that I renamed it as. First, I'm going to print it as wired, just to show you how fast it is. Again, the paper size is 72 and 25 millimeters. If I click print, you notice that it already prints the label. And next, I'm going to show you how to print using Wi-Fi. Same thing in print labels. You'll just choose the wireless connection one that you have set up. To prove that I'm printing from wireless, I'm going to unplug this. So now it's wireless and it's going to print via Wi-Fi. And you're going to notice that if I click print right now, Nothing seems to be happening because it is a slower connection, but it's still gonna happen. Perfectly centered on the sample label roll. The picture is printed in black and white, the product name, and the barcode. That's it. Hope you guys find it easy.